we do need a public diplomacy that fits our modern times, our modern environment, and the contemporary challenges that we face. And in this era of global issues, which range from climate security, global economic challenges, avian flu, international terrorism, we do have to adapt. And what's happening in almost any corner of the globe affects us all, no matter where we are. A family in Birmingham, Alabama's worries about fuel prices will be as acute as those of a family in Birmingham in England. If you commute to New York from Chatham in New Jersey, the concerns about international terrorism will be as acute as the concerns of those who commute to London from Chatham in Kent in England. And the residents of low-lying Weston in Florida are as vulnerable to rising sea levels as the people of Weston-super-Mare and the Bristol Channel in England. So these issues are global phenomena, and they affect us all as never before. So this view of a shared world is both, I believe, threatening but also comforting. Threatening because achieving our foreign policy goals depends increasingly on the unseen actions of people across the globe who we will never meet. The obvious example being the everyday decisions of consumers and businesses on climate change. And this interdependency is, as I said, also comforting, because across the world, social and political development is giving individual citizens ever more influence on the decisions taken by their governments. The complexity of people's reaction to globalization fluctuates between the sense of threat and the sense of comfort. And the UK government is determined to engage with foreign publics and governments because this is a way to control and shape global forces and to minimise the understandable instinctive fear of globalisation that of course does exist. And that's why we want to play our part in encouraging this lively, energetic debate on the role of modern and changed public diplomacy, to learn from others' ideas and from others' experiences and to make a difference in the collective challenges that we face on climate security, terrorism, weapons of mass destruction, conflict, eradicating global poverty, and ensuring free trade. Firstly, that we must engage with foreign publics throughout the policy cycle is absolutely clear. In particular, we have to take account of people's views when we formulate policy, not just when we implement the policy. The anecdote that many of you will be aware of is rehearsed again in our book. The anecdote of Ed Murrow is told in the publication. And as you all know well, he was director of US Information Agency. He told President Kennedy that if he was expected to be there at the crash landing of a policy, he expected to be there at the takeoff as well. In modern public diplomacy, substitute the US Information Service of the 1960s with foreign publics of today. If we want them, for example, to change their behaviour on their carbon footprint, we need to listen to their views as we formulate international agreements on climate security. And part of this is the need for better communications, as you all are, I know you all are aware. And good diplomacy, as we all know, is at its best a two-way street. So we have to stop equating public diplomacy with public relations, shouting out core messages and top lines louder and louder in the false belief that people aren't hearing us. They are. They are hearing us loud and clear. But they want a greater sense of a genuine engagement, not clumsy propaganda. So in the past, in conclusion, diplomacy has been about fissures, about the gaps between us and foreign countries, the rivalries between states, competition between cultures. In the 21st century, it will be about fusion, about what we can share and how we can cooperate. The fusion of diplomatic challenges into big global issues which affect each and every one of us. The fusion of domestic and international agendas, and if we are successful, the fusion of governments and publics around the world in pursuit of the implementation of great causes. That, I believe, is true and modern public diplomacy. Thank you very much.